Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do another fight movement video. This is going to be applications again taken from our forms. If we haven't got applications for our forms, then they're just a dance. So we need to find where our applications are, find where we can use the movements in our forms against an opponent, and make that visualization in our practice so that we can become more accurate at actually performing our forms in combat. So the first movement we're going to do today is going to be a movement taken from Flying Dragon Legs form. It's going to be a post through kick, moving to the side, dipping your hand to the floor, and a thrust kick up from the rear leg. So this is an application that can be used against the defense and against an armbar. If unfortunately your arm's been caught in an extending position and turned over, as they grab your arm, turn you over into an armbar, you dip your hand to the floor, kicking with your heel against their standing leg, disrupting their stance and moving them back off your elbow, and then you dip your shoulder and spin, either heel kicking towards their head or wrapping your leg around their back of their shoulders and bringing them down onto the ground. This removes the armbar, causes damage to their knee, and if they don't back off, you can catch them with a heel kick or wrap them with the back of your leg and pull them into the ground, getting on top of their back, sinking strikes to the back of their head, chokeholds, whatever you need to do to finish your opponent. So this is a good way of turning the tables if your opponent thinks he has you in an armbar and suddenly you post your kick and spin, kicking their head or taking them down. The next movement we're going to do is going to be a movement, continuous rolling hammer fists. This is a nice thing to just have. You can be fighting and suddenly bang bang bang, bang bang bang, rolling out continuous hammer fists. Also, if there's a series of straight punches like the wing punch and chain punch, you can angle your hammer fist to 45 to intercept their arms and climb up their body, accessing their head. If there's somebody punches 1-2, you can wrist, forearm, neck. Striking, climbing our opponent with various strikes along their body, moving from side to side and knocking their arms down and accessing their vital points, their collarbones, the sides of their neck, the cheekbone, maybe the bridge of the nose and the front of the teeth, although it's better to do a 45 so it comes across your body's line as a protective angle as well as an attacking angle, making sure we keep the chest and the back floated, moving from our elbows to achieve a greater distance from our body and a safer, more powerful strikes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as you need to do. It's a very available practice to practice on bags, and if you're fighting, boom, 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 you can just fire it off. It's a nice, safe, attacking, defending movement. The next movement we're going to do is going to be a sandwich elbow. This is a devastating strike to the head. If you strike a head with the elbow and it's free, it will move away, but if you've got it caught, then all the force is delivered to the bones, easily causing fractures and breaks. So we're going to begin by firing our forearm high up the forearm bone against an incoming punch, so we move it, flicking our wrist to get more force, striking with the outside of the bone and pushing it past their head. We use this hooked position to cut the back of their head as we smash our elbow in. Like I said, this is a very devastating strike, easily break the cheekbones. So we pop out, pum, pum, hook, elbow, hook, elbow. So these, nice if your opponent fires along the outside. If there's a hook punch, you can use your forearm to deflect the hook punch, hooking in on their head, smashing with the elbow. Then after the elbow smash, we're nicely coiled up, we can open out, stepping back slightly to move our elbow back from their body and strike on their ear or the sides of their neck and their ribs with the other hand, slamming them to the ground. So we pop in, grab the head, smash with the elbow, we're nicely coiled, ribs closed, and then we turn the shoulders, twisting the waist, striking out with two hands with a very powerful strike with our body weight, sinking our chest, closing our ribs. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very, very powerful strike. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nice and easy, nice and quick. Also can be applied against a fist coming in. So if there's a punch, we can catch it on the elbow, strike it away with the hand. So the second part of this movement can be used to damage a fist. If we block and hook the head, then it's a devastating strike and another devastating strike to the head. Well capable of ending a fight. So the next movement we're going to do, again, this one's taken from 18 hands. It's going to be a deflection hand. So as a punch comes in, we receive it on our forearm bone, safest bone to receive it on. Take it on the outside of their arm. We let our wrist curl around, sensitive, feeling their energy come in, and then we close our ribs and use the side of our hand to sharply pull their arm down. As we slide past, we grab them by the throat, grasping with the hooked fingers, not like this, but hooking and punching in. And we punch into the behind the two muscles. We attempt to strike and hook behind those muscles with the force of our fingertips, closing the claw tightly, grasping the windpipe and the muscles of the front of the neck, not with flat fingers but with the claw, punching our fingertips in behind the muscles. We then draw back violently, sliding along our own arm, crushing the front of their windpipe as we pull it towards us. If there's a reflexive strike from this side, we cover with our gotsao and we roll forward with our phoenix eye fist, driving it deeply into their throat. This is an extremely dangerous attack and should only be used in a serious situation. So we come up, we bring the arm down, we grasp, we chop and we punch. A very short range movement, typical of the praying mantis. Very short, very quick, sharp movement. We block, pull, grasp, chop, punch. 1, 2. 1, 2. Really nice and easy, nice and quick. We catch, pull, grasp, chop, punch. It can be fired off very quickly as the movement's very short range. There's minimal chance of missing your target as you cover such a short distance with your phoenix eye fist, and you've already had contact with the edge of your hand, so you've got a good marker for where you're striking. So we catch, deflect, grasp, chop and finish it. And these movements can always be followed up. For instance, if you block their arm, grasp, and they tuck their chin, so you break their nose, and then they stagger back, and maybe this second punch doesn't catch their throat, but it catches them on the chin, and they stagger back again. You can then roll forward with your rolling back fist and strike along their collarbones. You can continue with more punches. You can chop on the outside, or you can grasp their arms and try and draw them back in for other various strikes. Any of these movements can be used with other movements to follow up, continuing a chain of strikes to overwhelm your opponent. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.